I would like to present about the introduction. Okay, introduction of zakat. Zakat is one of the 5 pillars in Islam. Okay, zakat is an Islamic finance term referring to the obligation that an individual has to donate a certain proportion of wealth each year to charitable causes. Zakat is a mandatory process for Muslims and is regarded as a form of worship. Giving away money to the poor is said to provide yearly earnings that are over and above what is required to provide the essential need of a person of family.
Prospective payer. Transformation in administration of zakat could be done by improve the ability of zakat collection center to identify not only those who should pay zakat but also to trace down the prospective zakat payer. According to the report made by Majlis Agama Islam Wilayah Persekutuan in 2010, show that although the number of Muslims who live in Selangor is around 2 million, but the number of zakat payer is only about 160,000. For the purpose, the authority need to change the method of collect zakat from waiting at the counter to proactively organize briefing season on the importance of zakat to students, to public and private sector workers, and to police and soldiers in training. This initiative may raise awareness among prospective payers to fulfill their religious obligation in future. Next is capacity building. Although eradicating poverty is an aspiration of all people, it is not an easy task. Helping the poor people by directly giving them a sum of money to buy their necessity is indeed only a short-term solution. The authority would have to regularly give them financial assistance in the form of zakat. It would create a dependency on zakat receipt which would not help them enhance their standard of living. If the authority could change the way financial assistance is given, including in the form of financing their children's education or sending them to the training center to gain a certain skill.
The evolution of zakat institution in Malaysia took place since 1990s, where a lot of improvement in various aspects such as human capital, cooperation, ICT research, and increase in number of zakat branches and many others. The improvement a little bit convinced people how zakat institution doing their works as well as helping those beneficiaries. But still, problem rose up even when zakat institution tried to cater all the weaknesses they possess. Zakat institution should first catch the problem they face. This is to help them in minimizing the issue and problems. No matter how good the system they develop and use, if zakat institution fail to provide satisfaction and serve the needy and poor, inefficiencies still considered as remain. Today's technology is becoming so advanced where all the information is at your fingertips. As reported, Malaysian zakat institution still in the state of inefficient as the number of fukara and masakin are increased in number. The negative perception triggered when reported that there is mislead of zakat fund. So this will illustrate the negative perception towards zakat institution around Malaysia regarding to their transparency and efficiency. There is a need to enhance the zakat management system to address the inefficiency issue, especially in distribution aspect. Generally, zakat is normally given based on the application and sometimes based on public report or initiative carried out by zakat institution itself. Certain criteria are set by the authority so that zakat is channeled to the rightful asnaf. However, there are complaints made by the public that zakat did not reach the target group due to lack of publicity by the authority or lack of knowledge on the other part of the community. Difference in opinions might also lead to the same problem, whether in ideology of different school of law.
Okay, now I want to present about a suggestion to mitigate the problem for practice in finance zakat. Okay. Zakat institution always do their best to fulfill primary and secondary accountability by distributing and collecting zakat funds access to Sharia. However,
due to limited resources, there was room for improvement for secondary accountability, particularly in the area of reporting. Okay, so to avoid an unethical practice in zakat, firstly I would like to suggest a good organizational management. Okay, all zakat institution basically had an appropriation organization chart, delegation of power, a written work procedure manual, and desk file. Okay. However, some did not maintain a computerized accounting system. So, internal and external audit system were not delegated appropriately to independent parties such as external auditors. So, the existence of basic organizational management indicates the zakat institution in Malaysia had a structural internal procedures which enable their staff to do their job in the best manner. Okay, next is the excellent disbursement and distribution. Okay, all institutions zakat manage to operate full accountability. All documents, procedures, segregation of duties and process were carried out in the best way. So the zakat institution as holistic institutions are accountable for managing zakat money in the best way. Appropriate distribution of zakat money is one of the ways to show their accountability to Allah and to the zakat recipients. Okay, as the distribution of zakat money has among the highest of mismanagement. The majority of zakat institution had excellent financial management plan. Okay, so thus they could employ best practice to prevent any irregularities.
Okay, next, for the budgeting of a zakat practice, we can see the reporting of budget varied. Some of the zakat institution did not show their stakeholder, whereas the certain of this institution, they consider their budgeting as internal information only, and therefore by zakat institution in Malaysia, it can be suggested that the organization should plan and manage zakat funds with full awareness of accountability to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. And according to this matter, all of a zakat institution need to prepare their annual budget and also make a comparison between the actual and budgeted amounts, as well as be able to make the institution efficient and to fulfill society demands. Okay, last but not least, performance of a zakat institution also including of how their reporting activities applying in their institution. And we can see in Malaysia, not at all zakat institution disclose their budget, also had their annual report audited by independent auditors and generated reports in the same time or period. And so, in my viewpoint, to improve the satisfactorily of zakat institution, it should apply and follow the standardization of regulation in providing the annual reports like a balance sheet, cash flow, or principal activities in their institution, financial management, something like that. And they were also accountable to making known their mission, activities, and key members of staff on their corporate profile in their journey to improve the performance of institution.